Hello, and welcome to that very first episode of Indeed, fenêtre in French means windows, and this is the very first episode of a video podcast or a balado pour nos amis francophones, where we're going to take the time to look at the world, the way it works, the way it functions. So we're going to stop and observe a little bit and hopefully discover a few things along the way. Since the beginning of my career in design, I've always been fascinated by the quest of finding the right balance between form and function in design. As human beings, we never stop pursuing the making of tools to better design and better build things that hopefully will improve our daily lives. And will we ever stop making those tools? Who knows? I don't think so. That's what makes us humans, always trying to improve our lives in one way or another. And the philosophical question behind that is that the idea of progress is that good or bad? Are we in a better place now than we were 100 years ago? That might be the subject of another episode. And then also at the same time, as humans, we have and we will keep creating beautiful, provocative, free art, satisfying our need to communicate and share the multiple ways and point of views, the way we see our world. And we can see up today in the early June of 2020 that there are even more distances between human beings as how they see the world we live in, creating times of chaos, unfortunately. It is these interactions, crossroads, connections that I hope to explore in the future episodes of this little balado podcast called FENETRES. Two things I want to look at first, two definitions. The first is the definition of interface, and then the definition of systems. The dictionary Merriam-Webster says that the interfaces is the place at which independent and often unrelated systems meet and act or communicate with each other, like humans and machines. HMI, human-machine interfaces, which is now a field of study. Or you look also at a great example that I love, which is very simple, which is when you mix oil and water, it creates this little layer boundary that is the interface between the two bodies. So an interface between two foreign bodies is another example of an interface. And if you look at that as a metaphor, then fenêtre is another interface that connects one system to another. The second definition I want to look at is the definition of systems. And again, Merriam-Webster says that a regularly interacting or interdependent group of elements forming a unified entity, such as a group of body organs that together perform one or more vital function, like the digestive system in human beings, is a good example of a system. And there's many, many, many more. You look at the nature and a group of related natural elements, like rivers, connected to each other, leading water up to and feeding the oceans. That's another one. A group of devices or artificial objects or an organization forming a network, especially for distributing goods and services with a common purpose, like a telecommunication system, a heating system, a highway system or a computer system. In this day and age, we've been using a lot of computers. We've been using a lot of cloud-based services that are hosted on servers that are connected with each other. That's another system and a network that we've been using a lot lately. If we look at cities and people living in those cities, an organized society, form of social, economical, and political organizations, these are also fascinating systems to study. And also the way we use languages in different forms is another fascinating type of, they are fascinating type of systems to look at. Classifying, symbolizing elements like the decimal system, the alphabet, the road signs, and so on and so on and so on. So I hope that you will enjoy the upcoming episodes of Fenêtres. And until then, I wish all you the best. And I say à bientôt. Bye bye.